Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to day number 17, and today we're going to be talking about personal branding, which is super important. And first things first, I apologize that this is not a live video. I am in Summit right now, and to be exact, I think I'm on a plane right now to Summit, and I guess I must be pretty excited because I'm on a plane to Summit. Anyway, if you guys haven't been to Summit, definitely recommend it. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Nashville's awesome too. Okay, so personal branding. What do you guys know about personal branding? This is kind of what changed my business when I learned about personal branding. I did a little course online and about branding and your target market niche or niche. Everybody says that a different way. I say niche, but some people say niche, but I'll say niche anyway. They mean the same thing. And how it affects your social media success and all that stuff. So, okay, let's get into it. I guess the first thing to say is what I kind of learned was that if you get this right, if you get the branding right and your target market right, then everything else kind of falls into place. And I think that's definitely true. So let's go over what is a brand, because I don't know if everybody really knows what a brand. I didn't totally understand what a brand was. So I've got a definition here. A brand, this is probably the best definition I've seen, and the best definition I could come up with of a brand. So a brand is a mental mosaic of rational and emotional experiences that live in the customer's mind. So it's in the customer's mind. Branding is an ongoing process, keyword ongoing, of understanding and cultivating the customer's perceptions, expectations, and experiences in a manner that creates added value. So that's a pretty exact, awesome definition of branding and how it creates value and everything. So a couple things right off the bat to clear up. Beachbody is not your brand, okay? Beachbody products are not your brand. So what is your brand? Your brand is you and the relationships that you build. I've got my notes here if I forget what I was going to say. But your brand is you and the relationships that you build and the value that you provide to people and the desires that you satisfy and the emotions that you provoke in people. So if I can give you guys a really good example, if you go to the store and you pick up two t-shirts and they're the exact same price, and one is like Joe Fresh or some brand you've never heard of or something like that, and the other one has this little swoosh on it, and everybody knows that's the Nike symbol. So which one would you buy? They're the exact same shirt, they're made out of the exact same material. Which one would you buy? Most people, almost everybody, would buy the Nike, the one with the Nike symbol on it, because there's a brand on it, right? And Nike has created this brand and this these perceptions and everything, and what you think about Nike is cooler, Nike is better, right? They've created that brand. So and part of a brand is that you create emotion with people. And so people, this has been shown over and over and over again, people buy because of emotion and because of emotional experiences, and because of emotional reasons, right? So get emotional with your posts and and when you talk to people and all that stuff, make people emotional and they will buy. That has been shown over and over again. Okay, what else did I want to say? Your brand is not necessarily about fitness, right? It can be, but it absolutely doesn't have to be. Just because you're selling fitness products and that'll kind of be the end result of everything, that your brand doesn't really have anything to do with that. You can weave that in there, but that doesn't. For example, your brand could be, you're a shoe lover, you're addicted to shoes, you collect shoes, high tops and basketball shoes and all kinds of different sneakers and stuff like that. But then you weave fitness in and out of there, and how you're in shape and how you do these workouts and stuff like that. So your brand is that you're a shoe lover, but you're selling fitness products, right? So yeah, I mean, you create your own brand. You create your brand by what you talk about, how you act, what you post about every day, what your interests are, how confident you are. Everything that you do, everything that you talk about creates your brand. I'm talking with my hands. So another thing to remember, there are lots of other brands out there selling the same thing you are. So AKA, there are lots of other Beachbody coaches out there, right? Everybody knows this, you know this, I know this. So you need to separate yourself from all the rest of the Beachbody coaches. You need to find something unique that you do. And you can't be everything to everyone, if that makes sense. So you need to create a brand, and that's why people are going to buy from you instead of other Beachbody coaches, right? If that makes sense. So that kind of leads me into the next topic, which is your target market. And so again, I'll say that again, you can't be everything to everyone. And so you need to find what we call a target market niche, or a target market niche, however you want to say that, right? And the process of finding high quality leads for your business starts with being able to identify your target market, right? If that makes sense, because if you identify your leads, you'll be able to, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, but you'll be able to find them easier and talk to them easier, and you'll have more credibility with them, and all that kind of stuff. So sorry, there's a little notification on my phone. I'll just ignore it. So next thing I want to say is you want to select a target market where you have established credibility, right? And where you have experience. And that may sound daunting, and that may sound, some people may think they don't have a target market niche or a niche or whatever you want to call it. But I can assure you that absolutely everyone, even you, has a target market niche or niche. And I'll give you some examples. I wrote down some examples. But if you're trying to find, or when you're trying to find your target market niche, you want to look at personal experiences, problems overcome, interests, passions, life stages, careers, right? Any of that stuff. So I'll give you some examples, right? For me, for example, I'm a veterinarian. So my target market niche or niche is people in the veterinary industry, people in the animal care industry, people that love animals, right? That's my target market niche, because I post about that stuff. First of all, I have more credibility to those people because I'm a veterinarian, and I post about all that stuff anyway. That's my passion. I love posting about pets and veterinary stuff, and so it's easier to talk to people that love animals and they're into veterinary stuff. So A couple other examples. I wrote down a bunch of examples. I just jotted them down really quick. Massage therapist, first responder. So if you're a police officer or an EMT or something like that, or a fire, work at the fire department. Can't think of the name. It's horrible. Then you could reach out to first responders. Vegetarians or vegans, right? There's lots of those people to reach out to if you're a vegan or a vegetarian. I mentioned a shoe lover before. That was just an odd one that I've seen that one of the top coaches use. An artist, one that I've seen used fairly often, actually, interestingly enough, is PCOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome. And so that's a problem that you've overcome. You've become an expert in that, right? Or for example, if you have diabetes, you could use that. You could reach out to other diabetics, right? You're gonna have more credibility with them, and you're gonna be able to talk with them easier, all that kind of stuff. A runner, a stay-at-home mom, that's a very popular one. Stay-at-home moms are great in this business because a lot of them are stay-at-home moms, and they'd like to work from home anyway, so they're great. Nurses. If you've got tattoos, you can reach out to tattoo lovers. You get the point, right? Doesn't have to be a career. It can just be an interest or a passion of yours or something, and then you reach out to those people. So I wrote down here, when you create a brand that addresses the needs of your target market, then finding them online is much simpler, creating deeper relationships is more natural, and converting a higher percentage of customers into team members is easier. So all of that is very true, right? It's just more natural to talk to them. It's easier to talk to them. They want to talk to you more, right? So you need to create your brand around your target market, and you need to reach out to your target market. So, okay, let's talk about connecting when you found your target market. Let's talk about connecting with them. So you can use whatever you want to connect with them, right? You can use Pinterest, you can use Instagram, you can use Twitter, you can use Facebook. Personally, I use mainly Facebook, so that's kind of what I'm going to talk mostly about here, but you can use these principles anywhere else. So there are currently 1.65 billion active users on Facebook. So if any of you tell me that you can't find people that need help with health and fitness, then you are lying, absolutely lying. Or if you tell me you can't find people in your target market, so you're also lying. So these people on Facebook, they're, I want to say, lonely for a connection, but they're on Facebook for a reason, because they're social people, right? So they're longing for a real connection with someone, right? Like they're looking for a relationship. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship, right? But just relationship with people. They want to be social. So are you going to become friends with every single person on your Facebook page? No, probably not. But you're going to connect with some people and form deeper relationships with other people, and then hopefully those people that you have a good relationship with, then they're going to be more apt to join your challenge groups or become a member on your Beachbody team or whatever, right? And I got this from another coach, and she said, think of it as a theater. So you're suddenly a celebrity, right? People are looking at you, they're following you, they want to be inspired, entertained, they want to relate to you, and so that doesn't mean that you need to put on makeup all the time and be perfect all the time, and every video needs to be perfect and every picture needs to be perfect. Your pictures and videos and stuff on your page should look professional, but nothing needs to be perfect. I mean, it's actually the imperfections that people like that can relate to you mostly about. So think of it as a theater, and you're there to perform every day, and what do these people want to see? What do these people in your target market want to see, right? People in my target market, because I'm a veterinarian, they love to see like cute animal pictures and stuff like that. So that's often what I post. You know, I was going to talk about this later, but actually that brings me into another point, is be you. Like, be unique. So sharing stuff is good. Whoops. My lights went off. Sharing stuff is good on Facebook. Sharing other people's stuff is okay. I probably wouldn't, but you want to be unique, and everything that you share, everything that you post on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, should be unique. So let's say, for instance, you want to write something about coconut oil and how good coconut oil has been for you, and maybe you smother it on your skin or something like that, right? Instead of just taking a picture off the internet or taking a picture yourself of a bottle of coconut oil, make it personal, make it unique. Think of how you can make that picture so that picture is not going to be found anywhere else on the internet. There's lots of other pictures of cans of coconut oil or bottles of, plastic bottles of coconut oil on the internet, but take a picture of you with the coconut oil and make a funny face, or smile, or whatever. Or take your cat in one hand and coconut oil in the other hand, or make something with the coconut oil and then show you with the coconut oil and what you made or something, right? Just people want to see you, and they want to see unique things. They don't just want to see a picture that they can just Google coconut oil and see. Right, so be you, and we think of when we're talking about Facebook pages, and I won't get into like business versus personal pages, but I think everybody on here probably knows what a personal Facebook page versus a like page or a business page is. And I think sometimes the misconception is that a lot of people think that your business page has to be businessy, like sales and stuff like that, and important articles and Beachbody promotions and stuff like that, anything to related with business. But it's not true. It couldn't be farther from the truth, really. Most people get most success when they treat their business page more like a personal page, right? Share your you gotta be willing to share your life. You gotta be willing to share some of that personal stuff, right? Once again, you have to provoke emotions in people, and you have to get people to relate to you. So people aren't gonna relate to you by just posting, sharing articles and posting stuff. They want to see pictures of you doing silly stuff. They want to see pictures of your dog. They want to see pictures of you on vacation. They want to see pictures of you working out. They want to see the problems that you've overcome and all that kind of stuff, right? That's how they relate to you, and then that's why they will be more willing to join your challenge group or your team or one of your free groups or whatever you have going on. So get personal, right? Just because it's your business page doesn't mean it needs to be all business. It should be more of a personal page. It's up to you whether you share what you share on there. If you don't want pictures of your baby or something all over Facebook, then don't share it. But be pretty open and treat it more like a personal page. So again, I was going to talk about this later, but that's kind of leading into another topic, is on your Facebook page. We talked about brand and how Beachbody is not your brand. So kind of one thing not to do is, don't just take Beachbody stuff, like a Beachbody photo or a Beachbody picture that has a promotion on it off the website, and this is okay every once in a while, but don't post that all the time and say, don't post salesy stuff. This is, this product's on sale now, or Beachbody's having a huge sale, or those things are okay. You can post about the summer sale and stuff like that, but your job is really just to weave the products that you sell and your services and things like that into your everyday life. So instead of instead of saying, something like, I did my 21-day fix workout today. If you'd like to buy it, here's the link. And then a picture of Autumn Calabrese with 21-day fix. Instead of doing that, post a picture or a video of some crazy picture of you just worked out, or with the resistance bands, or some kind of picture of you working out that's unique or funny or whatever. And then say, something unique about it, right? Like, hey, just finished my 21-day fix workout and I'm really having trouble with these bands and I like weights better, or something like that, right? And just, you're still getting the same kind of point across. You're not giving them a link to buy from, but you're letting them know that you did your workout this morning, that you do 21-day fix, right? And then you can weave those invites to your challenge groups and stuff like that in there. So okay, what else did I want to talk to? I kind of got off track there, sorry, but I covered some of the stuff I wanted to talk about later. Yeah, another point I just wanted to say was, don't think about how you can sell to people or get them to sign up on your team. Instead, think about how you can connect or relate to that person, right? That's just a better way to think about it. Okay. The other thing was be consistent. Okay? If you want to build a brand, you need to be consistent. So I'm trying to think of some brands over the years, but I mean, I can go back to Nike or like Diet Pepsi or stuff. They're consistent, right? You always see stuff about them. They're always maintaining and building their brand. And it's a constant sort of a thing of building their brand. And so if you post for a week about stuff and then you don't post for a week, I mean, people are going to go to your page and they're going to be like, is this person really serious or what? And I know other people have talked about this in their posts, but just, you have to be consistent, right? If you can't post 3 times a day every day, then don't just post once a day, but be consistent with it. Post every single day, right? Sure, you can miss a day or two, but I mean, yeah, you have to be consistent to build a brand. You got to remember you're building that brand on your social media page, and people are coming to your page and they're coming to expect that every day, right? It's like that theater, right? You're creating this theater, and you have to be consistent if you want to relate to people. So people are gonna not stop coming to your page and stop reading your posts if you're not consistent, right? So yeah, I think that's it. I'll kind of leave it at that. I think we're almost at 25 minutes, so that's probably good enough. I mean, I think, again, to sort of sum it up, you definitely want to think about what you want your brand to be, and who you want to get that brand out to, so your target market niche. And I think, like I said at the very beginning, I think once you do that, the rest will kind of fall in place. That's kind of what changed my business, my Beachbody business. And I think too, like, if you are being consistent, and if you're getting personal on your page, and if you're getting, I want to say, emotional, right? If you're evoking emotion in people, and you're sharing about your life, and you're sharing about your struggles and all that stuff, and you just kind of forget about the business, right? You want to weave it in and out of there, but if you just sort of forget that, and you just start sharing it and being you and pouring yourself, like who you really are, pour that into your social media, then I think branding kind of happens naturally. So don't think too much about it, but you just want to, you want to do those things. You want people to think of you, right, when they think of the brand. So one other thing I should mention is, another thing that's really changed my business is for my Facebook like page. For those of you who are using Facebook for your business, Facebook is your Facebook like page in particular is wonderful because what you can actually do is, I mean, the whole point of that is to get people to like your page, right? And what Facebook allows you to do is sort of, advertise your like page to only those people in your target market niche. And in that way, it's wonderful because you are really bringing your target market niche to you instead of you. Like, you could go out into Facebook and you could search and join all these groups and do all this kind of stuff and search for yourself. But with a page, you can advertise your page and you can pay for likes, and you can really kind of automatically get those people in your target market niche that you want to like your page. You can get them to like your page, and it's basically paying for likes. If you don't know how to do that, ask your coach, ask me. I made a video on that, or just Google it on Facebook, right? How to pay for likes. Basically, it's also called like promoting your like page. There's usually a button right on your Facebook like page that says promote your like page, and you can do that for like $1 a day or for $2 a day or whatever. Those are wonderful leads because they're already in your target market niche, and then you can reach out to them and you can ask them to be a friend, and you can send them a message that says thanks for liking my page, and you can that's how I. We talk about building a list as Beachbody coaches. That's my whole list right there. I just go through all the people that have liked my page and start connecting with them, and that's how I build my list. That's how I constantly build my list. So, okay. I hope that helped. A little bit about personal branding and target markets and that kind of stuff. And I think it's super, super important if you want to build your Beachbody business, because there are, like I said, lots of other brands out there, lots of other Beachbody coaches out there, and you need to separate yourself from them, and you need to reach out to certain people, and you need to give them a reason why they should buy from you. So I hope that helped. If you guys have any questions, please ask. Again, I'm sorry this wasn't a live video, but I am in Nashville right now at the 2016 Beachbody Summit, which is awesome. So if you guys are not there this year, or if you couldn't go, or whatever the reason be, get there next year. I think next year's the last year in Nashville. It's an awesome experience, and it'll change your business. So thank you very much for listening. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.